Okay, I just want to take a quick minute to go through just the instructional part of a lesson plan with you. When I could I'll put this in Google Classroom as well, so you can see all um, the other sections as well. But what I just really want to focus on, because we're spending our time in the gradual release of responsibility, is kind of what it should look like. Now, you can label things differently. You can note the time differently. I just want you to see things that should be in your lesson plan. So at the beginning of this lesson, the student has a ticket in the door where she has a poll, using poll everywhere, and she's saying time right here. Give students 1 to 2 minutes to develop an answer. Then they go over it together. So there's plenty of detail in here. So remember, I always say plan as if a sub. We're going to teach your lesson from your lesson plan. So that's super clear. And she's noting what part of the gradual release of responsibility is being used here. And then when she has share learning target, she actually has it here, rather than just writing share learning target and having to scroll all the way up to find the learning target. So then down in the middle of the lesson, she very clearly noted, I do, we do together, you do together, and she's bouncing back and forth. We have talked about, remember, it doesn't have to be linear, so to speak. So it's important to note each of those. One thing that is not necessarily clear is time. So right at the bottom here, she could have in parentheses put like 20 minutes or however long all this would take. But look at the level of detail that she has here. So, you know, she's saying what the teacher is doing. Teacher comments on content, asks for questions. Then what students are doing. Students will think, pair, share after the prompt. So anything you plan on sharing, any questions you would ask, any prompts you should use, that should be in here, very clearly laid out. And then any procedures, like she's got ask for 1 or 2 volunteers to share with the class. Any kind of like management, procedural kinds of things should be clearly described as well. And then to end, she goes, you know, she clearly notes her ticket out the door, which is completing another poll everywhere. And then the only thing missing here again is time, and specifically revisiting the learning target. I would like to see that very clearly spelled out. But what I like that is striking about this is how the gradual release is labeled for you here. So if you have any questions about what that should look like, the key things are making sure that you're sharing the learning target in the beginning and revisiting it at the end so students can self-assess, that you are labeling what part of gradual release you're in at each point of your lesson, and then giving the amount of time you think each portion should take. Okay? Again, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to either leave it on the water cooler or send me a private message.